Today we're making my brown butter sticky toffee pudding. This is a twist on the classic British pudding, and it features a lightly spiced brown butter date sponge and a salted brown butter toffee sauce. This one's super easy to make and goes perfectly with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. To start, we're going to make the date sponge, which we need to brown some butter for. So to do this, we're going to take a 250g block of unsalted butter, chop it into smaller pieces, and then place it into a medium saucepan. Then we're going to cook the butter over a medium heat, stirring frequently until it starts to foam, smells nutty, and you can see that the milk solids in the bottom of the pan have turned golden brown. This will only take around 3 to 4 minutes. Then once browned, your butter should look like this. So now we're going to transfer the brown butter to a bowl and let it cool to room temperature. Make sure to scrape the saucepan down well, you want all those toasted milk solids in your butter as well. Whilst the brown butter is cooling, we're going to make a date puree for the sponge. For this you'll need 300g of pitted dates that have been roughly chopped. They should all be this sort of size, but don't worry too much. So we're going to add the dates into a bowl and then add in 1.5 teaspoons of Bicarbonate of Soda and 250g of boiling water from the kettle. Then we're going to stir everything together and let the dates soak for 30 minutes. Then in the meantime we can line a 9x13" baking tin with baking parchment and preheat an oven to 170°C or 338°F. And once the dates are soaked, we're going to use a stick blender to blend them up into a smooth puree. A jug blender will work as well though. Next we're going to transfer the date puree into a large mixing bowl, then add in the cool brown butter, 200g of dark brown sugar and 100g of black treacle. Then we're going to whisk this all together by hand until smooth and combined. Make sure to scrape the bowl down regularly with a spatula so you get an evenly mixed batter. Next we're going to add in 275g of room temperature sour cream and 4 large eggs. Each egg should weigh around 50g out of the shell, but don't worry too much about weighing them. Then we're going to give the batter another whisk to incorporate the sour cream and eggs. Next we're going to sift the dry ingredients into the batter. So you'll need 375g of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. And we're also going to add in 1 teaspoon of table salt, but that won't need sifting. Then we're going to whisk the mix gently until the flour is just combined. It's important that we don't overmix the batter. Once the flour is almost completely mixed in, I like to switch over to a spatula to bring it all together. Then once you've got a smooth batter, we can transfer it straight away into our lined baking tin. The raising agents in the batter will start reacting straight away, so we need to get it into the oven as soon as possible. I like to quickly spread the batter out into an even layer so the sponge rises nice and evenly. So now we're going to bake the sponge for between 55 minutes and 1 hour until it's well risen and a skewer inserted into the middle comes out clean. I find that it's best to test the sponge in a couple of different spots, just so you know that it's all completely cooked. So now we're going to let the sponge cool completely in the tin before we cut it into portions. Next we're going to make the brown butter toffee sauce. For this we're going to need another 250g block of unsalted butter. And we're going to cook this into brown butter the exact same way as we did for the sponge. Then once our butter's browned, we're going to take the pan off the heat and add in 600g of double cream, 225g of dark brown sugar and 150g of golden syrup. Then we're going to set the pan over a low heat and cook the sauce, whisking frequently until the sugar has dissolved. This will only take a couple of minutes. Then once the sugar's all dissolved, we're going to turn the heat up to medium-high, bring the sauce to the boil and then cook for another 2 minutes. Make sure to use a pan that's got plenty of room in, otherwise the sauce might boil over. Try not to stir the sauce too often, but you can give it a whisk occasionally. Then once it's boiled for 2 minutes, we're going to take the pan off the heat and stir in a teaspoon of vanilla paste and half a teaspoon of sea salt. And now our toffee sauce is ready to use. It can be used straight away, or you can let it cool down and store it in the fridge for up to 3 days. Then you can reheat it in a microwave or in a pan on the stove. Now the last thing we need to do before serving is to cut the sponge into portions. I find that a sharp serrated knife works best for this, and I tend to cut my sponge into 12 generously sized portions. You can cut yours into however many you like though. This sponge will also keep for up to 3 days when stored in the fridge. Now we need to reheat the sponge. The way that I like to do it is to place portions of sponge into a heat-proof dish or on a tray, then spoon over a generous amount of the toffee sauce. Make sure to warm the toffee sauce up though. Then we're going to cover the dish with foil and bake at 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes until piping hot. You can also use a microwave for this by placing sponge and sauce into a bowl and then microwaving until hot. So once our sticky toffee pudding's hot, I'm just going to give it a quick baste with some of the excess sauce. Then it can be carefully placed onto a plate or into a bowl. Then to serve, I'm going to top the sponge with a scoop of vanilla ice cream and then pour over more of the warm toffee sauce. And that's how you make my brown butter sticky toffee pudding. All the ingredients can be found in the video description, and the full written recipe can be found on my blog, saltbuttersmoke.com. There's loads of other dessert recipes on my website as well. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another recipe.